back to my channel. It's your girl Kia Tiani, and today we will be doing some DIY headbands. These headbands are super trendy, super in, so let's just go right ahead and get started. Alright, so first I'm going to take my headband and measure the length and the width, and I'm going to take those measurements and cut out a strip of fabric using those measurements. So for the length you can go a little bit longer, but for the width you really want it to be exact so that those two edges can meet in the middle. So what I'm doing is taking my hot glue and gluing over the edge, just flipping over that bottom. Then I'm going to take my hot glue and put it along the edge of the headband and fold the fabric over onto that glue. Be careful, I burned myself a ton during this project, so really be careful with the hot glue. If you can just use regular craft glue or even fabric glue, you just have to have patience because it doesn't dry as fast, but you won't burn yourself. So I'm just trimming off a little bit of that excess fabric, and then I'm going to repeat on the other side. You just want to put the hot glue or the glue on the edge of the headband and fold your fabric over onto it. So you want the two raw edges to meet in the middle, and we're going to cover it up with a piece of ribbon, but it's best if you can get them to meet in the middle. It just makes it cleaner versus having it overlap and then your ribbon will be not even. Okay, now I'm going to take the ribbon. I'm just measuring out how much ribbon I need to cover that inside. Then I'm going to put a strip of glue down the middle and then stick the ribbon onto that glue. Just like that, we have a covered headband. So now I'm going to start the braiding part. I'm going to clip them together or hold them down with something and then braid down. Then you're going to take the braid and glue one end or glue the ends down. So you're going to start with one end. Make sure you glue all three parts of the braid down. So I glued one to the headband, then the other one to that one, then the other one to that one. You're going to do the same with the other side. Now we're going to take some ribbon to clean up those kind of bulky edges. So I'm just gluing it to the back and wrapping it around. And you want to pull really tightly so that this can have a nice clean finish. And you're just going to do that to both sides. Once you're done with the ribbon, now you can start poofing out the braid, getting it to your liking, and then once you have it to how you want it, you can go ahead and glue it down to your headband. And there you go, you have a braided headband. So you're starting off with an already covered headband. You're going to take a square of fabric, mine was about 18 inches, and fold the corners in twice. Then you're just going to tie a knot, and before you tie it tightly, slide that headband into it. And this one is super simple. You just want to kind of get your knot to your liking, and then you're going to fold in all of those raw edges, fold up those ends, and then glue it to the headband. And there is your knotted turban headband. You're going to take your foam and cut it out to the width of the headband and then the length. So you're using those same measurements, and you're going to glue onto the headband, press in your foam. So here I'm just trimming off the excess. And then I'm also going to slim it down by the ear pieces, just trim that off so it's not as bulky by the ears. This part is optional. I'm only doing this because I had green foam. I already had it. So if you decide to try this, I would probably get white or yellow foam. I don't know what color it comes in. But I'm just wrapping it with a white ribbon so that I don't have to double my fabric. Alright, so you're going to use the same method as before. You're going to take that length times width measurement, cut out your fabric, and then start gluing it. So something crazy happened in between here. I kind of lost footage, and then you'll also see that now I have a band-aid on because I also cut myself. So be careful. But like I said, using that same technique, you can see that I created some slits, and that's just because I really wanted this one to be smooth and I didn't want to have as much creasing that comes with folding the fabric over. So you really want to take your time with this one and fold in that fabric. Try to get it in the middle. I kind of overshot on my measurements, so it wasn't all, they didn't really meet into the middle, they were kind of overlapping, but that's okay because you know we're going to clean up the inside with ribbon. So because I didn't really meet the edges to the middle, I wanted to use a wider ribbon, but this one was just too wide, so I ended up gluing it, folding it over twice. Kind of wouldn't recommend because the glue made it kind of stiff and hard to work with, but it worked for what I needed. Alright, so as always, you're going to put that glue along those raw edges and then stick your ribbon onto it to clean up those insides. And there is your padded headband. So I hope you liked this video. As always, if you decide to try one out, be sure to tag me at Akia Tiani on Instagram. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see from me in the future. Until next time.